At 12 o'clock, we got Florida, who's 6-4, traveling to Vandy, who's 4-6. Florida favored by 14 points on the SEC Network. Again, I know this is not a college football playoff eligible football team. Either of these teams aren't. But it is Florida, so I'm going to be doing their games for the rest of the season, which is just one more week. Anthony Richardson, so far, has gone 142 of 258. Thrown for 1,951 yards, 11 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. Montrell Johnson Jr. on the ground has had 116 carries for 710 yards and 9 touchdowns. And Justin Shorter has had 21 catches for 471 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's the leading receiver, barely eking out rookie Pearsall. They're really in a battle for who gets the most receiving yards this year. A.J. Swan for Vandy has gone 104 of 181, thrown for 1,195 yards, 10 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Ray Davis on the ground has had 181 carries for 860 yards and 5 touchdowns. And Will Shepard's had 52 catches for 708 yards and 9 touchdowns. Florida leads the series all-time, 43-10. Last 8 games have gone to Florida, ranging from 2014 to 2021. 2013 was the last time Vandy won. 1998 was the last time they won at home. Florida has won 30 of the last 31 matchups between the two teams. To give you an idea, the last time Vandy won this matchup, James Franklin was still the head coach. So a large part of that is just James Franklin's an amazing head coach, unless Vandy is a program. Vandy got their first win last week, first SEC win in 2 years last week against Kentucky. That one was on the road. This one's going to be at home for Vandy, and you need this one if you want to have any chance of being bowl eligible. Let's be honest here, Vandy doesn't have the greatest chance in the world. Even if you do win this one, you got to get to 6-6 to be bowl eligible. And the fact is, you play Tennessee next week. Chances of winning that game are not high. Chances of winning this game are not high. Florida's coming off a blowout victory over South Carolina, a win that they just dominated every aspect of the game, outside of special teams touchdowns. That one you got South Carolina, but outside of that, offensively, really anything Florida wanted to do, they could do. Defensively, South Carolina could not run the ball really at all the entire game. Very few offensive plays resulted in any gain at all for South Carolina. Florida's defense played out of their mind last week. Florida's offense with Anthony Richardson was clicking. There is not a lot to dislike about how Florida is playing right now. And I think if we draw Tennessee right now, I think it'd be a lot close. I think it'd be a really close game. It was a close game when we weren't as good. I think it's a close game now that we're way better. The real question for a lot of Florida fans out there is, does Anthony Richardson return? I feel like that is a question that's going to be lingering in a lot of Florida fans' minds. Because if he ends up going, it's like starting all over. But if he ends up returning, they have a chance to do something very special in the Swamp with Billy Napier as their head coach. I think, obviously, Vandy isn't a great football team. I feel like that's not going out on a limb to say. Vandy is notoriously bad. And I expect the Gators to win and cover on the road. I expect them to demolish Vanderbilt.